There is a moment, quiet, suspended, electric, just before skin brushes skin, before eyes close, before a breath changes. In that moment, desire isn't created by touch alone. It's ignited by words, and not just any words. You don't say something ordinary. You don't say, I want you. That's expected. You say something that reaches her deeply, something that mirrors her inner world, something that makes her feel chosen, not just noticed. Because the truth is, a woman isn't drawn to you only because you look good or because you seem confident or even because she's in the mood. She's drawn because something in your words makes her feel safe enough to open up and inspired enough to lean in. And here's the paradox. What opens her is not dominance, but depth. Not control, but curiosity. Not performance, but presence. Tell her, I want to know the parts of you no one else has been brave enough to hold. Tell her, your mind excites me as much as your beauty. Tell her, if I touch you, it's because I want to celebrate the world you carry inside. Because here's what I've learned. From years of conversations and countless relationships, desire doesn't live in routine. It lives in connection. The most unforgettable partners aren't the ones with the flashiest moves. They're the ones who can say, I see the woman you are when the world isn't watching, and I want her. Speak to her longing. Speak to her layers. Speak to the version of herself she hasn't yet introduced to anyone. That's when attraction awakens. That's when the body responds like a song. That's when connection stops being a moment and becomes an experience. So if you want to say something that makes her think of you, not just for the evening, but for the memory she'll carry in her skin long after, say this. I want to be the place where you don't have to be strong. When she hears that, she won't just want the moment. She want you, all of you. And that is the difference between being remembered and being unforgettable. Words aren't just sounds. They're signals. They shape emotion. When it comes to attraction, words are the often forgotten spark. The kind that begins long before the first touch and glances, in late night messages, in quiet moments across a dinner table. The real power of language and attraction isn't about being suggestive, though that has its place. It's about the intention behind the words. It's how a phrase can reach deeper than a gesture ever could. So many people think connection is about performance, looks, status, moves. But true connection is about attunement. When you speak to a person's internal world, when your words hold nuance, warmth, and a hint of mystery, they stay with her. She might forget the night, but she remembered the sentence that made her pause, that made her feel something, that made her see you differently. Because attraction starts in the mind long before it meets the body. A single, honest sentence placed at the right time can lower defenses built over years. It can create a space where she finally feels she can exhale. You don't speak to impress. You speak to connect. You say something that makes her feel like she's more than just seen, she's understood. And when she hears that, she's no longer just another woman in your life. She becomes the woman, unique, valued, desired, not just for her surface beauty, but for the way her thoughts move, the way her laughter fills a room, the way she reveals herself when she feels safe. That's where the real opening happens. Not from obligation, but from inspiration. This kind of language isn't found in scripts. It comes from being present, from noticing what others overlook, from giving voice to what she didn't know could be said. It's not about clever lines. It's about genuine truth. When your truth meets her truth in a moment of shared vulnerability, the words you speak don't just start a conversation, they open a door. And when that door opens, it's not just the moment that changes. It's the connection, because confidence without connection fades. But curiosity, depth, and presence, those last. Attraction grows in the space between safety and intrigue. She must feel secure enough with you to relax, but intrigued enough To want to explore. Say something that lets her know you won't judge the parts she keeps hidden. Say something that shows you're not there to take, but to discover. True intimacy has always been a balance between the known and the unknown, between her comfort and her curiosity. When you speak this way, you're not just inviting her into the moment, you're inviting her into the story of herself. A woman's attraction is not limited to what she sees. It's shaped in the imagination, in the emotions stirred by your words. Her deepest attraction often lives beneath her daily roles, beneath her practice responses, beneath the masks she wears. If you can speak to that place, to the parts of her that rarely get named, you're not just complimenting her, you're awakening her. And when you do, she'll remember how she felt, not just how you looked, because anyone can get attention. Few can create connection, and when you can, do both. You stop chasing moments and start creating memories.